Happy May Day. It is, hi Kelly, good morning. It is chilly and perfect knitting weather. And I just read on Facebook somebody said it's supposed to snow tomorrow. I haven't, I just, all my alarms went off at their various times. And then on the 8 o'clock when I hit snooze, enough to get to 8:20, what's times 9? 7? 9:18. And then I kind of laid around and looked at my phone till 8:32, and then I thought I should probably get up. So here I am. Yay! Good morning, Tammy. May, it's frickin' May already. I'm Sarah, in case anybody watches who doesn't know who I am. Hi. I'm gonna sneeze. And I got it. Look, check this out. Everything's working today. Yay! Oh, kind of a mess. Month ends was lovely. I had 2 show up, and one of them was putting together, Maria was putting together, hi Diane, nice to see you in real life, or, in real time. It's been a while. Maria brought pieces of a sweater that she had made in a class at a yarn store, well, a yarn store that's no longer around. So it was quite a long time ago, and I didn't ask her how far she got. She was sewing it together. Got to the point, I know she got to the point, I think she got all the seams sewn and then realized she was supposed to still got to, I'm trying to, add positivity, pick up for a neckband. There were some live stitches here. It was a little cardigan, little kid's cardigan, or teddy bear. Pick up for a neckband, and she did have a little bit of yarn. So, and I said, do you have some yarn? And she showed me she had a little bit of yarn, and then I got distracted. So I don't know what happened after that. And Tammy was there in spirit. Did you weave in any ends, Tammy? So she may have woven in ends. I don't know. And then Deborah was knitting because she just came to knit, which is fine. I'm not a bossy boss. I'm not a bossy pants. Bossy McBossy pants. I planned on weaving in ends. I planned on my green mitts that I wear in the winter, fingerless mitts. I had blown out, they were fingerless, right? But I had blown out the little bit of ribbing on each thumb this past winter, so they had been set aside. So I re-knit I took out the torn up little ribbings. Well, first I had to go get my double-pointed needles out of the office upstairs. And then I took out the old ribbings and I knit a new ribbing. I guessed at the needle size and knit a new ribbing. And I thought, well, that's really small. Like it bulged in. It's a word probably opposite of bulge. And I tried it on and I could get my thumb through, but it looked kind of lumpy, bulgy, unbulgy, debulged. Gathered? How about gathered? So I started the second one and I'm like, I don't think this was the right size needle because I had the directions. I had notes from the directions I followed and I didn't know where the directions were. I did. I didn't want to go look for them. But on the notes of what I had done differently for this pair of wristers, I had not written down the needle size. So I took out the second one that I'd started and I took out the first one and went up probably 2 needle sizes and put on another one on the first knit, and that still looked a little firm, but that'll be good for winter. The yarn is Peace Fleece wool from Peace Fleece. I don't know if they have different kinds of yarn, and it's apparently a little bit soft. It's beautiful. It's like a rustic wool, and this is I didn't bring them. They're in the other room. They're like that bright spring green that I love, and they're holding up really well as mitts, but I must be rough on my thumbs. Tammy says, I thought about all the ends that need woven in, and all that I have woven in, all that I will weave in, and then fell asleep. Wow, you had an exhausting month ends. So I did that. My plan was to redo the thumbs, which shouldn't take very long, and then weave in those ends, and then weave in the ends on my shawl from the Casapinka Mystery Knit Along from this year. I don't remember what it was called. Something with Chad the Mongolian Deathworm, but I forget what the whole thing was called. Sharon Air, maybe? I think it was Sharon Air. And weaving those ends. And then I wanted to start weaving in the ends on the giant Afghan that I have made over the years. It's finally done, but I have 8,000 ends to weave in because I'm me. So I got, after, at the end of month ends, I had one end. Well, I had done the thumbs, but I hadn't woven in the ends because I'm like, and then tossed them aside. Picked up the shawl, I wove in one end because somebody was chit-chatting a lot. Excuse me, honk. And not weaving in ends. So I'm farther than I was. Well, wait a minute. Now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ends to weave in on the mitts, which were just done but worn out. So that's 6 more ends. Right, the 2 old ones, yeah. The 2 outgoing and the 4 incoming. And then I wove in 1 on my shawl, so I have 5 more ends to weave in than I did. And I wait till the end. I wait till month ends to weave in any ends. At this rate, I'm never going to get through my pile. I could hear the kittens playing with their little tunnel, their little nylon tunnel. That was the best $10 I've ever spent. Oh, how do the cats do with visitors? Good question, Tammy. I do not believe Mr. Mustache walks up and greets them at the door and just hangs out with us. So he's a very good host. I had a knitter come over Saturday also and sit for quite a while and knit, and I knit. And Mr. Mustache was ever present, and Frankie made an appearance. Like, I tried to scare him out from under the bed upstairs. I closed all the doors that he wasn't in, for the rooms he wasn't in, and then I tried to scare him out from under the bed in the bedroom, but he got mad and put his little claws on me. So like, well, that just put me back a couple days of trust. But after a little bit, he came downstairs. He walked around, he paraded a little bit. I don't think she got to touch him. Maybe. I can't remember. But he was brave. The next day with 2 people, with 2 visitors, I don't believe he came down at all. I don't remember. It was yesterday. There's a new wrinkle with the bedtime routine, the nighttime, the overnight routine that we're trying to even out or iron out. I'll just save that till it gets resolved and then tell you. But basically, I'm screwed. Door can't be closed, but Mr. Mustache can't be in the bedroom. So we'll figure it out. Frankie's first time, maybe that will change. Yeah. I've invited 2 cat lovers to come over tomorrow to see if they can meet him. Good morning, Vicky. Look at all you guys gathering. Yeah, so month ends, I think I might have to just start weaving in ends like in the evenings. Like normal people. Or go to the cafe and sit and weave in ends. That wouldn't be I'm ready to do that. I would still wear a mask, but I'm ready to do that. I know I'm a little more cautious than a lot of people are. I don't care. So, that's the cat update. Frankie is braver and braver. Today I took a video of them on the bed. So Frankie comes up on the bed in the morning, which is brave. And I can pet him when he wants to be petted. I have scooped him up and plopped him on the bed and let go twice, and he was okay with that. Today I reached out to... What was I going to do? I wasn't going to pick him up, but he thought I was, I think, and he ran. But today, they were grooming each other, so I took a little video of that. So yay, I have documentation that they're actually doing pairs of cats things. I need to take not my vitamins, but my meds, so we're going to do that. I forgot to take a glass of water upstairs last night, so I'm going to do that. Mid-month ends as you go. I think I just need to do them now and then. I left out the mitts and the shawl, so perhaps I'll left them out as in they didn't put them back on top of the basket that's, 3 feet away. There, much better. Oh, I feel so much better. Um, yeah, yeah. I just have to weave in ends like the pioneers did, like, when the project's done, instead of at my, like, oh, can you hear me? Because I'm gonna put my headphones on now. Oh my god. Hi, I know that's better. Holy crap, because I could hear the fan kicking in on the laptop, and that gets loud. Someday I'll know what I'm doing. Over the weekend, I acquired 3 things because it's actually more than 3 things, and I'll tell you about them. The first thing was that on Facebook there was an offer of a free floor loom, and so I now have a floor loom. um, I know you could hear me, but I think it's probably better now. The Interlock class got 2 students, which is great. And it's Zoom, so that's great because it could have been anybody. But I have 2, and we're quite happy so far. We're in the swatching stage and the picking out yarn stage. Thank you for asking all these questions. I'm okay. I'll get it. So now I have a floor loom. It's not in my house yet, but I have the bench and a reed, which I don't think is going to work. It looks pretty rusty. And it's a 4-harness loom. Well, I do actually have room for that. I kicked out my family. Sorry, I'm honking today. I'm an empty nester, and I have a 3-bedroom house with a full basement. And the basement is full of my sewing. I have two like a finished room it's all finished, but a closed room that used to be my office. Used to be my office. And now it has the sewing machines in it so that the cats don't bother them. I can shut the door. And then the outer room is the cutting table and the ironing board and all kinds of piles of crap. So I can't fit. I mean, I could get it down there, but I don't want to get it stuck in the basement. We have to get it out of the basement that it's currently in. The person who has it now, and I cannot do that. So I have to hire 2 people. I might hit up my neighbors who helped me move a cabinet downstairs. I liked watching, it's a father and son, and I really liked watching them plan it all out ahead of time and then execute the maneuvers. And I may ask them to get in their car and follow me and do that. And I would just stand there like this and watch them, listen and watch. And I think it'll be fun for me. Because there's a very tricky, you have to go upstairs from a basement and then like a hairpin turn in a very small kitchen with, shelves and a refrigerator right there. I think it's going to be, it got down in the basement. And then I'm going to put it in my living room facing the big window. That's not my living room or the big window, but my big windows look like that. Oh, that's a ring light. I'm like, what is that? That's a ring light that I need to put somewhere else. Yeah, so then if I ever start weaving, I can be looking out the window and weaving. That's typing, Sarah. Swatching away. Oh, yeah, Kelly's in the class. We are very happy. Swatching away and picking out yarn for the cardigan. Kelly, I'm not going to use the yarn I was swatching with. It just doesn't show off the interlock. So I opened up discussions with Lindsay at Yarn Garden about some Noro that they have down there. So I will keep you posted. Oh, flowering trees. That happened. Yep, I'm caught up. So I will be learning how to strip and refinish wood, which I've never done, but I've always thought I would like to learn how to do. I've also never painted a wall, so I should probably just find a wall and paint it somewhere, maybe in the garage, so that I learn. I need to do these things. Loom. So I have the benches in my car. It's very lightweight. It says Leclerc but Leclerc on it. So that's what the bench is. I don't believe, she told me that there's no name on the loom, but we'll find out. It's going to need some things, I'm sure, but it was free. So if it doesn't work out, it was free. Yeah, I know that yarn was too monochromatic, but it's so pretty. Also, the needle was too small. Yeah, I let Meg put it all back on the shelf. I had a bag on hold. I'm a little sad about that. Could come up with something else. And while I was at the house getting the or looking at the loom and getting the smaller pieces, hi, Mr. Mustache. Both of the cats only know their names as hi, like falsetto. Do looms get names? Oh, yes, they do. I hadn't thought about it yet. It will tell me what its name is. I think it needs to be in my house first. Right now, it's like it looks like a little forgotten piece of wood. Looms. I know. I knew what you meant. Looms. Um, while I was there, because she's downsizing, she's like, I have buttons. You want buttons? So I looked at buttons. So let's look at buttons. I brought buttons home. Let's look at buttons. So I took the buttons that looked like they were just sort of utilitarian, not like fancy stuff. Let me take a sip. Because it says $9. They were free. She's downsizing. She's going to move. So she's trying to get rid of stuff. So these are, what do you call those? Whoops. This kind. Holy cow, Sarah, where's the camera? They're plastic. I have a lot of those. So those will be useful because they're, plain. And I have larger ones. So those will also be useful. So that's exciting. I was just sorting my buttons a couple weeks ago, so now I have more buttons to sort. It's so fun. And then there's this box. And oh, by the way, now I have all these cool plastic things. Those were leftover containers, but look at these. So big buttons. Those are my two favorite colors right now, so that's fun that I picked those up. And then some with, I'm going to call them rims. And then some with little ditches, shiny. And some with 4 holes. And oh my gosh, I'm looking at this. I bet that's a cat. Let's look. It's a cat. It has a little face. Can you see the little face? Let's see. Yeah, little face. And what's this thing with? Oh, it's another. Oh gosh, I didn't see these. I didn't open the boxes. Cat with a dangling little ball of yarn. Another. Fun. What's this one? Oh, cat without a little dang. No, that has the dangling ball. Then these are 4 holers, like that one. And these are flatter. More flatterer. Oops. Then these. I have different kinds. See, they're more flatter. Well, it feels more flat. So I got those and some little tiny 2-hole ones that are flat. So those will be fun. No idea. You have to make things. And then I have this box, which I was like, I don't need hearts, but well, these are very Lisa. Hi, Lisa. Lisa's a button fanatic. They don't have to be useful. I know. I just like to sort them every couple months. And I'm going to display them this time instead of having them in a drawer in my closet. Tammy says the buttons, black. I think she likes them. Kelly says very cute. We haven't even gotten done yet. And Tammy also says sweet. That feels like a score. I know. A loom. And oh, by the way, I have all these buttons. So here's some more round ones. That's a cool, it's an interesting color of green. These will be fun to sort. I was sort of thinking we could sort them today, but I have more stuff to show you. So do you ever like have a button, for example, and you don't know which side? This looks like obviously the back. There's like little holes for like holding the blank or something, but in place. But sometimes I don't know which is the correct side, the top of the button, and I guess that means it doesn't matter. Yep. Yeah. So those are fun. And then, oh, by the way, we have all these heart-shaped ones, which I may just see if anybody wants these because I don't really need this many heart-shaped buttons. They're really cool, though. I like these. Those are different. Oops.
don't know. And then, and then there's this guy. Is it a screwy guy? It is. Which has more of the same. That's a little bit see-through-y. That's fun. See that texture? That one's cool. Giant. That one's kind of, that's got a flower or clover. Let's see. See it? Ooh, see-through. Those are fun. There were more. I said, I wonder, I feel like I shouldn't take all of these, or I shouldn't take too much. Whatever I said it could have been meant buttons or the time I was sitting there, which was not long. I just grabbed them. And she said, well, I do have to go. So I'm like, so I just grabbed some boxes. But there were more. If they all looked kind of weirdly novelty, I left them. Although now I'm regretting that. But wait, there's more. These are gorgeous. Wait, that only has one hole. Okay, well, big French knot maybe. What are these? Ready? I don't know. Ooh, those are fancy. There's 2 of those. What's here? A card of some buttons, slimline, 90 cents. Those are a little bit vintage. What's this? Ooh, look at that. And there's some smaller ones in there. Which way it goes? Fancy. Whoa, I'm glad that didn't go in my tea. And then look at this. There's a, oh my gosh. I don't know, an animal. A mousey. A cat with a fish bowl. Here's a fish. Okay. Some of these are buttons. I don't know how you would put that on. What's this? It says meow. So maybe these are decorative. Did I get them all? And then just a cat face. I think that's everything in there. Hey, just let me know and I'll send you a package, Tammy. Because I'm not going to use all these buttons. And then this box, there's a box and a bag left. Oh, Maria was looking at these, so I wasn't sure if she wanted them or not. So I sent her a text afterwards, an email. They're very thick. They're buttons, and they have a little shiny, it's a little, there, a little shiny, glitter, 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 red thing in the middle. Very cool flowers. Here's some plain old buttons. Very useful. What are these? Oh, little happy flowers, but that's just a, wonder if Rita made those. It's not a button currently. Hi, Mr. Mustache. It's a little pebbly thing. There's Mr. Mustache looking at the buttons. Do you like this one? Hey, do you like that one? Oh, do you like my tea? There's another thing here with some, like, grab a cup full of buttons kind of buttons. Or maybe they're just cut off of things. Mr. Mustache is now sitting on my keyboard, so something may happen. And one more. We've got, don't knock that over, this bag that he's sitting on that I don't know what's in here. Except I saw a pewter clasp. So let's look. I acquired a third thing, but we're not going to have time to look at it. I wondered what we were going to talk about today. Buttons. Look. Some clasps. Some sew-on snaps, big ones. Those will be useful. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, a magnet. Maybe that's part of the magnet. I don't know. It might be something else. Ah, little reindeer buttons. Red and green. I'm going to have to make some cute little things. A fancy, very lightweight. So, Oh, so some more magnets going on here. Nautical themed things. Sailboats and a seagull and a lighthouse and something red. A buoy, I think. Oops, something fell. Some blanks. Oh, I could make buttons on those. A giant fish. That's really cute. That would look cute on a bag or something. Floral design. And blue. More clasps. A turtle, but he's just a turtle. I wonder if Rita made those. An interesting button. That's cool. Wonder if that's vintage. That's a beautiful one. Look at that. Hi. A little sparkly red one. Oh, that's going to go in the pretty button bin. Oops. Just yell at me. There's another little animal. Mr. Mustache is in my face. I did that already. Oh, that's pretty. It's a sand dollar. Hey, don't pull my tea off the table, please. Here's a pretty leaf. Oh, nope. Here's another thing. And then what are these that are stuck together? Oh, these are snaps. They're bright blue. I like that. And these are snaps, and they are like brass-ish or copper or bronze or whatever. And this says MicroGuard enhanced packaging. I don't know what that's from. So that's my collection of buttons that I now own. That I did not expect to own after I got the loom that I spontaneously now own. Except it's not in my house. So that's fun. The other bag was from breakfast the next day with a friend who gave me a bag of something else that we'll go through another time. I'm just going to sit here and let people give me things. Yeah, so let's do our oracle reading, shall we? Last week's was cool because I think we got a new card. I'm not sure. I always put them on the bottom. The sweater curse, maybe was new to us. Okay, here we go. Oh, my hands hurt today. One. Must be all those ends I wove in. She had beads. I didn't look at them. Do you want beads, Tammy? Because I can go back and get them. 2. I don't know what they looked like or how big they were. 3. She had another loom too, but that was an 8 harness, but it was a smaller loom. 4. This is a 4 harness, but it's like, it has a 45-inch weaving width or something. It's huge. Okay. Here we go. Let me know, Tammy. They may or may not, because this was just Saturday. So, I have lots of stuff. Okay, here's the first one. This is our meaningful one. The ram. I think we've had him once. Some things. The ram. So, okay, yeah, we've had this one because to me it was masculinity and... Oh, Diane said that. Hi, Diane. Tammy has plenty of beads. I like that. Sorry, Diane. Diane, if you need some beads, let me know. I can hook you up. I mean, I can go get them for you. I don't know what they were. Too long, didn't read. The ram. So to me, it's masculinity, and that leads to, narcissism and gaslighting. Just in my head, maybe, but misogyny, boy stuff. But it could also be a protector or a, creator of a flock. Not creator, but, the seed of a flock or something. Oh boy, I don't know. The yarn barf. Have we might have had, I think we've had that one. I don't know. It seems kind of new. This is either a multicolored yarn. It must be a multicolored yarn. There's an end. Woohoo! There's another end maybe. I'm guessing because yarn barf is usually, you pull out the center of a ball of yarn and it's a glob, which is we call yarn barf. So it's usually just the one yarn, in which case this would be a very color Rambouillet. Thank you, Tammy. Oh, Rita. So Diane used to work in the area where Rita works, so for the state. Yeah, so it's Rita, and she has a bunch of beads and more buttons. Maybe we should take another trip, Diane. She would like to get them out of her house because she has to show it in 2 weeks. It's her condo because she's hoping to sell and has put an offer on another uh, I don't know, house, condo, yarn barf. So yarn barf implies, maybe an unexpected tangle or a tangle that just is a necessity that, it's part of life and you just need to clean it up and move on. It's like not always there, but often there. It just needs to get dealt with. The stash, we had that last week. Interesting shuffling, Sarah. There's cat hair. So I love this one because it's winter clothes with an asterisk in these plastic tubs, extra blankets with an asterisk, and Xmas gifts with an asterisk, and the asterisk says some assembly required. Ha ha ha, because it's yarn. So let's see. We have the ram. I haven't decided if he's... I feel good about the ram today, not all the misogyny and the gaslighting. I've had a bad experience or two, can you tell? Since the divorce, not before the divorce. The ram could be a protector. I mean, so could the you, but the ram, it could be stalwart. Sounds like a word that would be in one of these interpretations. Could be, he's standing pretty firmly. Yep, he's got those big horns, those weird eyes with the weird horizontal pupils. Yarn barf is, I still think, a given. It's a given. There's always going to be yarn barf. We just have to, oh, look, there's yarn barf again. Let's just wind it into a ball. And then the stash. Right now I'm feeling that it could be potential because there's, yarn in there, or it could be putting things aside. Today I'm feeling putting things aside. So let's see. Can we make this into a coherent sentence? Yeah, but it's silly. I would say standing firm. So like maybe we're being... Okay, this is us dealing with the knitting issues that arise. We're going to just like, okay, there's yarn barf. Okay, I have ends to weave in. Okay, I knit with the tail. Okay, I accidentally knit the knit one through the back loop, purl one, ribbing inside out for 1.5 inches. Not that that happened to me last night or anything. Happened to me last night. Watching Midsummer Murders, knitting away. Then I look down. I'm like, that looks pretty. Wait, that's supposed to be on the other side. I'm getting really good at knit one through the back loop, purl one, by the way, which is good because I get to do it again. So we need to just stand strong because we know there's going to be shit like yarn barf and that we're going to have to just deal with, and ends to weave in and whatever, all the other things I said. And all the, we got to get through that shit to get to the stuff that we're holding on to make someday. So this will be a shock to you. We can't just set things aside when there's yarn barf. We have to, and just start something new. I mean, we can, obviously, because we all do. But perhaps we should say, okay, fine, there's yarn barf. Okay, fine, I have to weave in all those fucking ends. And then I can start something new. maybe after one end. So that's my thing for you. Let's see what the suggested things are real quick. 15 for the RAM, number 15, Roman numeral 15. Masculine energy, patriarchy, strength, power, dominance, status, leadership. I'm going with strength on that one. You know, oh, yep. And then the yarn, someday we're going to do the inverted ones too. Which I've learned is if you deal the card upside down, then you use the inverted one, the inverted interpretation. Maybe we'll advance to that pretty soon. The yarn barf, number 6. Confusion, lack of clarity, turbulence, doubt, something obscured or hidden. I like it. I like it when I've gone in a different direction and then I read the interpretation. So maybe turbulence, but it's expected. Yeah, I don't think I'm agreeing with that one today, which is fine. And 33, this is what I'm looking. Oh, you can't see. This is what I'm looking at. The stash, wealth, abundance, resources, finances. Yeah, so it's an abundance of things we could be doing. Diane, not Tammy, says, oh, I can relate to yarn barf. What is it when a skein gets tangled on a swift? Oh my God, it's hell. That's what it is. I need to get back to knitting more, taking mom to an appointment today. You can knit, Diane. Well, see, mom is like the yarn barf. She's something that you need to do in order to get to the knitting. She's more important. How do you like that? Your mom is like yarn barf. You know, I didn't mean it like yarn barf. Okay, so that means I should sew in some ends or weave in some ends. That means I should tear out the 1.5 inch of knit one through the back loop purl one ribbing I did last night during Midsummer Murders and re-knit it tonight during Midsummer Murders the other way, because it's only twisting it on the one side. So on the other side, you don't have your beautiful twisted knit columns. You just have sloppy knit columns from the back of the purl. Not sloppy, but open. Not a very good knitter. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so that's it. We have buttons. We have a loom coming into our household. And then I'm like, I have 2 cats. What am I thinking getting a loom? We'll see. I don't know. I'd have to think about naming the loom. I could name it Rita, but that's a little creepy if she's still, might come visit Rita. And then I'll have to say, Rita, this is Rita. I did name the car. The car I'm driving, the Equinox, I took over the lease from someone who passed away. So, and I named it after that person. So that I didn't have any qualms about, but I never had to introduce the car to the person that used to have it. So sometimes yarn barf is an intro to how yarn behaves. That's a good point. Yeah, it might be all overspun onto itself or something. Okay, I'm going to go because it's 9:39. I need to eat breakfast and I need to take a shower and I need to go to work at the yarn shop. This weekend, so I just have to tell you one more thing. I took a class from Cal Patch in April, which was yesterday, but it was the end of March, beginning of April, so it was a month ago, on how to draft your own leggings, a pattern for your own leggings. Draft your own pattern for leggings. And I worked on it very slowly, and I finished sewing them last night, and they fit, and I'm going to wear them to work. I don't know what with, but I'm going to wear them to work today, so I'll try to get a picture of that. I'm so excited. Leggings. I drafted leggings, a leggings pattern, and it fit the first try. So yay. Okay, I'll see you guys next time I see you. Diane, let me know if you want me to go back to Rita's house. And I'll see you guys next week.